Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be preparing our potatoes to go into the ground. Let's get to it. So today, we're going to be checking out our potatoes. They've been sitting underneath my counter for a few weeks now, and I can see that they have eyes growing on them. So now is the time to get them cut up and ready to go into the ground. We won't put them right into the ground yet. I probably won't plant my potatoes until the first week of March. So we got about 2 weeks before I start planting these, and then but yeah, I like to do this about 2 weeks in advance, so that way when I cut them, they have a chance to heal over. So when we cut up the potato, we call that chitting, and I like to chit on a bucket. That's what my man Greg over at Hoss said. I found it pretty funny. And it's chitting, C-H-I-T-T-I-N-G, okay, for the YouTube algorithm. Chitting on a bucket is very comfortable. So I'm gonna bring you in here close so you can see what I'm working with. All right, so this one is a Yukon Gold. In the past, I've only grown Yukon Gold, so I'm very familiar with growing these. Very prolific. They're gonna make a real nice potato. But as you can see, they got eyes. They got the big ones right here, right? But these are also eyes. That little one, that little one. There's one coming up right there. There's one coming up right there. So those will be eyes, so don't overlook those. So what I like to do, and what's his name? Man, Lazy Dog Farm. He has a really good video on the I won't say the science, but kind of the science behind cutting these up and how big they should be. He's done a lot of tests as well, and he's a great source of knowledge. So I will tag him in this video as well. But he is definitely one of the YouTubers that I look up to as a homesteader. A lot of great knowledge over there. So what I would do with this is I would cut this. I don't see too many other eyes, but I'm gonna cut it right through here. So I'm gonna split that one up. So this right here is about half the size of a large egg, and that's what he recommends, is about half the size of a large egg. And then I'll just throw that in there. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking, so that's gonna be an eye, that's gonna be an eye, that's gonna be an eye, and that's all I really see. So what I want to do with that is I'm gonna cut this in half. Like that, and don't worry about this in the middle like that. That's perfectly fine. These will make potatoes no problem. So I got an eye on there. I got an eye right there. So I like to have at least 2 eyes. I got one there, and I don't see another one. So hopefully that one does well. But that's how I do it. I just look around. I got one coming up right there, one there, a cluster right here, one right there, one right there, one right there. So a lot of these are on this side. So what I'll do is I'll just make one cut across here like this. And I got two on this side, another one there, so I got three, maybe four over here. And then this side has a cluster right there, so I'll leave those like that. And that's pretty much how I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I don't know about it. It looks like there's one coming up right here on this end. So this one and this one I'm probably going to keep together. And cut it like that. So I have two on that one. And then I got one right there. I got one right there, and it looks like I might have one right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this again because it's a pretty big piece. So the thing about Yukon Golds is that they don't have many eyes on them. And that's actually a good thing about the Yukon Gold because they're very good storing potatoes. These right here can store really, really well versus these others that I have here. The Kennebec isn't too bad. I broke that eye off, but we definitely have more eyes on here, and so I like the Yukon Gold a lot. So let's move on to the Norland Dark Red. This one right here, it's got a lot of eyes on it, as you can see. So definitely I may want to split these three up because they're really, really nice. So I'll make a cut down the side right like that, and that'll be one, because that has two eyes there, an eye there, and an eye there. And then I could cut this off like here, and then I have a eye there and that big one there, and then I'll probably leave this like it is with those eyes down there. And with the Kennebec, let me get a good one out here. Well, some of these, so oh, look at those. So see how the eye is breaking off? Those aren't gonna do any good. So with one like this right here, you could almost plant it whole, but I'm gonna cut it because that's what I do. I'm gonna go straight through the middle, just like that. So I got that big one on that side, and I got that cluster on this side. All right, I got them all chitted up, and I put them down in these boxes. So the thing about them being in these boxes like this, you can lay them out on a single layer if you'd like, with this side up, for them to heal over. But I just put them back. I put them in a box. You know, the thing about this is that you need to come in here every once in a while and just move these around, because if they sit like kind of like that right there, they may not dry out as fast and whatnot, and so I don't want any of them rotting in the box. So you know that they're ready when, so right now this is wet, okay? And so when this exposed side is calloused over, you'll be able to feel it. It'll be kind of rough, and it won't be wet to the touch like this right here. At that point, you can plant them in the ground. Some people will plant them in the ground just like this. I don't, because I think it's susceptible to rotting in the ground. It may not, and you may have a great harvest, but hey, I'm 2 weeks out. There's no sense in rushing it. So this process normally takes 4 to 7 days, so I got plenty of time, so I don't need to rush it at this point. All right, so one of the main reasons why I do this process is because, one, I want a greater yield, and I believe that cutting them does provide a greater yield. If you leave them whole, you probably will have more potatoes on that plant. It probably will produce more potatoes on that plant. But if you cut them up, you'll have more plants, thus making it. Oh, somebody turning around. Oh no, it's Amazon on my neighbors. I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, so that's what I believe. I believe that cutting them up, you get more plants, and from more plants, you're gonna get more yield. You won't, your single plant won't yield the same amount as a whole potato, but I think exponentially you'll end up with more yield. I tend to get tenfold doing it this way. So for every pound of potatoes that I plant, I get 10 pounds back. So right now I'm planting, well, I have 15 pounds of seed potatoes. So I plan to get at least 150 pounds of potatoes from these potatoes. What else? So in an upcoming video, probably in about 2 weeks, I'll go over the planting of these. Very simple process. I'll also go over fertilization at that time as well. I have a very straightforward fertilization process on my potatoes. And now I've only been growing potatoes for, this is my 3rd year. And this is the process that I used on the 1st year, and man, it blew my mind. And so I'm gonna keep the same process until it don't work anymore. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I wanted to take a moment real quick to say thank you to everybody for your comments and your prayers for Asa to come home. He made it home, and I'm so excited about that. Definitely, you know, it was my fault. It had nothing to do with the breed. So a lot of people commented that you know, the breed is a wanderer and whatnot. The reason why he got lost is not because he was a Great Pyrenees, okay? It was just a mistake by me. I haven't had outside dogs since I was a teenager, and I didn't secure him properly. That's simple as that. Any breed would have got off on it. So he's secured now. The chain is temporary. I'm going to build a paddock back there, like a kind of like a barn dominium kind of thing, but with the carport that's back there. I'm going to extend off of it, and I'm moving all of my animals back there. So having said that, one of the channel members or one of the subscribers mentioned that I should start a what do you call it, buy me a cup of coffee. And so I did create an account. The link is below. If you feel like helping out the channel and you don't want to buy any of the stuff that I'm affiliated with, then by all means, buy me a cup of coffee, okay? I would really appreciate that, and it would go a long way to helping me make some improvements around here that are very much needed. So anyway, I hope you got something out of the video. Very simple process. Chitting potatoes. Make sure that you have a good chitting bucket, because the chitting bucket is the whole shebang. Because if you don't got a good chitting bucket, your whole process is thrown off. I was trying to keep a straight face. But hey, like I said, hopefully I was able to teach something today about that. And stay tuned. In a couple weeks I'll be planting these and showing you how I amend the soil and get it all prepped and ready to go. So y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video.